By now, you've probably heard of at least two celebrities who are feuding with one another. Well, we could never really understand what's really going on between these celebrities and these so-called fights. And let's be honest, we don't know if these feuds are real or just for show. Because, believe it or not, there are actually some celebrities out there who are not allowed to work with other celebrities due to some sort of issues between them in the past. So hey y'all, it's your girl with Top 5. And today, we'll be looking at the top 5 celebrities who are not allowed to work together. Number 5. Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. We all remember how much of a hit Mad Max Fury Road was and how it exploded at the box office upon its premiere. But you know, things that look good on the surface aren't always good when you dig a little bit deeper. Well, that appears to be what's going on with these two celebrities. Considering just how well the film performed, and how good we personally thought it was, we just assumed that the whole crew must have been a really good team, working well together to make this amazing movie happen. Well, turns out just because you have a perfect product doesn't necessarily mean the team that worked on it got along very well, I guess. As it would turn out, Hardy and Theron had struggled working with each other and had a tough time acting together. Turns out, both of them agreed to have fights on the set of the movie at times too. They fessed up about this in later interviews. Hardy told The Times that he agrees with Theron. The actor said, "I think in hindsight, I was in over my head in many ways. The pressure on both of us was overwhelming at times. What she needed was a better, perhaps more experienced partner in me. That's something that can't be faked. I'd like to think that now that I'm older and uglier, I could rise up to that occasion." Sounds like Tom has had some hard feelings about this whole thing ever since. Maybe they won't be working together in the future, but I hope that Tom and Charlize were at least able to patch things up on a personal level. Number 4. Bruce Willis and Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith took a massive pay cut just for a chance to work with Bruce Willis on a buddy comedy, Cop Out. This took place in 2009, when Smith was still barely getting his start in the game, and this was his first movie he directed. The film was a significant move for Kevin, since it involved a major studio and a screenplay that he didn't write himself. However, in spite of not being part of the writing, Smith had full confidence that his film would turn out great, especially when Bruce Willis agreed to star in it. In order to make Cop Out happen with the action star, Smith allegedly had to take an 84% pay cut. According to his Twitter, Smith claimed that his reduced salary not only allowed for Willis to become involved on the project, but it also ensured that Cop Out could get an R rating. Unfortunately, Smith said that Willis was essentially zero help and wouldn't even sit for the movie poster. In an interview with SBS Australia, Willis was the person I worked with in my entire career who was a paycheck player. A straight up paycheck player. Nothing wrong with that, it's not against the law, but if you're going to get paid to do the job, do the job. He didn't want to do that. Wow, sounds like Bruce Willis is a little bit of a prima donna to work with. I guess it's safe to say that we won't be seeing Bruce Willis make a cameo in the next Mallrats movie that's coming up soon. I'll still watch it though. Number 3. James Franco and Tyrese Gibson. Back in 2006, Tyrese Gibson and James Franco were working on the film Annapolis, and Franco, at the time, had developed a bit of a reputation for being a method actor. Maybe that's why Franco was in such a foul mood on set all the time. His co-star Gibson definitely noticed this, and it brought about some ill will between the two actors. Gibson even stated that he never enjoyed Franco's company. This particular film had quite a few fight scenes in it, so while shooting the movie was in process, Franco took it upon himself to get to the gym and start training hardcore. Apparently, while filming the fight scenes between Franco and Gibson, there was plenty of actual tension between them, and that resulted in some spats between the actors. Gibson reportedly said that Franco wanted to, quote, blow up his hotel room. Wait, what? Look, at this point, we have to wonder if that's still method acting on Franco's part, because saying that is pretty crazy. Well, thankfully, nobody's hotel room actually blew up, so I think it's safe to say that both these actors are just fine all these years later. We just probably will never see them together again. Or at least not on a professional level. Number 2. Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey. 2 years after their collaboration on Up Out My Face from Carey's 12th studio effort, Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel, things between Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey began to heat up surprisingly quickly. In 2012, both artists were selected to judge together on American Idol. And incidentally, that's exactly where things really began to shake up between the two. Mariah and Nicki stepped in to replace Jennifer Lopez and Steven Tyler when they left the show, joining the famous panel alongside Randy Jackson and Keith Urban. Soon after filming kicked off, reports began to emerge that Mariah and Nicki had actually been clashing behind the scenes of the show. That October, TMZ published a video of the artist getting into it during an audition in North Carolina. At one point, Nicki Minaj can be heard yelling, "I told them I'm not fucking putting up with her fucking highness over there." Mariah Carey, on the other hand, called the super bass rapper immature, asking, "Why do I have a 3-year-old sitting around me?" A bit later on, Mariah Carey's team claimed that Nicki Minaj had said something along the lines of, "If I had a gun, I would shoot her." Jeez! Sounds like James Franco isn't the only potentially violent celebrity on this list today. Even now, the relationship between the two artists remains strained. Sounds like these two are having no problem practicing social distancing. Might be better if Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj just quarantine themselves away from each other for the rest of their lives. Okay, listen, if you want to hear the number 1 spot, you have to subscribe. Only subscribers can hear this. Okay, I'm just kidding. You don't have to be a subscriber to see this. But it would really mean a lot to us, and you'd be doing yourself a favor so you can catch our next upload. But now, on to our number 1 for the day. Number 1. Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev. Whether you watch The Vampire Diaries or not, there's a good chance that you already know about the things between the famous couple Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev. Just a few years ago, these two were like a power couple. But now, things have changed, and they may need to avoid each other for a while after their breakup. Once Ian was promoted to being a director, things didn't work too well because Nina deliberately ignored and avoided Ian. Then Nina posted a rather cryptic Instagram post that seemed to be directed at Nicki, Ian's then love interest and present wife. It ended up becoming a huge love triangle feud, one that still might continue to this day. Recently, they have cleared the air between us, but the fans don't expect to see the pair working together anytime soon. Yeah, neither do I. I sure wouldn't want to work that close to my ex. Once again, we bring this list to a close. Hope you enjoyed and learned something new about some feuding celebrities. Do you know of any other celebrities that have butt heads in the past? Well, let us know in those comments. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoy this content, give us a like to let us know. We upload new lists about your favorite celebrities every single day, so make sure you come on back for more. Until then, keep watching these celebrities in their past movies or shows, because they're never coming together again. Bye!